It is my privilege to introduce you to three gentlemen with a lot of expertise, know-how and knowledge, and that are adequately fit to help us to understand the importance of workplace and personal safety. The theme is extremely important when you think about the South African context, even the global context, where things that happen at work and also in everyday life can lead to fatalities, people die, and one has to explore why these things happen and what can be done in order to prevent all these fatalities, especially at the workplace. So the three gentlemen have something in common. Their name is Peter, Peter and Peter. And so it's not difficult to remember which one is which one, because I simply say Peter and somebody is going to respond. But they have different fields of expertise. Even though there's commonality, they also have different specializations. So I would like to introduce you, to start with, to Peter van Rensburg, who is the author of a book, a co-author together with Peter van Wijngaard. We'll get to him just now. The name of the book is The Angry Widow, Never Again. A very important and interesting theme for a book, not so if you just think about it. The Angry Widow, Never Again. So what is this book all about? Well, that is what we are going to discuss with one another. But let us start with one of the authors, simply for him to introduce himself to us as an audience. Peter van Rensburg. Peter, please tell us about yourself.
Thank you very much, Jannie. Yes, I'm semi-retired, but still very, very active, and my whole career I spent in the mining industry as human resources specialist, leading the HR teams, and yes, I'm married and got 2 kids, 2 grandchildren, and that's me. My passion and my interest, so really it's about people and the way that they behave.
And you're also a keen writer, Peter. This is not the first book that comes from your pen, and we look forward to many other contributions to this regard because it's extremely meaningful. But we have another Peter, Peter van Wijngaard. Please, Peter, tell us about yourself.
Hi, Jannie. Thank you for this opportunity. Peter van Wijngaard, I see myself as somebody that loves people extremely a lot. And my expertise is basically in the risk management field. And it is something that I treasure in terms of keeping people happy, healthy and safe. And through my career, I've actually had the opportunity to develop, maintain and implement systems to do exactly that. And that's where my passion lies. Currently I've got my own consultancy firm. With my colleague Peter van Rensburg, we endeavor to make a difference in industry and prevent and preserve life.
Wonderful, prevent and preserve life, so important. And then another Peter. Peter, please tell us about yourself and your field of expertise.
Thank you, Jannie. Yeah, I'm also semi-retired, if you may call that. I don't think we'll ever sit down. But my expertise is mining. I've had a 45 years mining career, of which 15 of the 45 years was at a very senior level. So my expertise is mining. At the moment I'm acting as a consultant for various mining companies, ad hoc, in smaller projects if they invite me to, which I gladly do and share my experience. And the old saying is, you never put away an old notebook. So the experience is locked up there, and it's going to be my pleasure to share whatever I can share that can contribute and can make a difference.
Yes, I think the word experience is extremely important, and what you have in common, the three Peters here, is a tremendous amount of experience and specialization, and therefore one can listen to what they say and you can read what they write. It is something that is worth paying attention to. Peter, please tell us about the My Choice Institute, Peter van Rensburg, because that is also something that keeps you busy.
The My Choice Institute is our organization through which we present a number of interventions to change behavior that lasts. Some of the interventions are leadership development, safety mindset development, it is the assessment of organization in terms of the safety maturity, diversity, etc. We find that many of the training courses that's presented out in industry, sharing of knowledge, the guys have a nice lunch and they walk away, and tomorrow back at the ranch, it's back to normal. What we endeavor through the My Choice Institute is to present change that lasts, so that when the guys get back to the workplace, there's new behaviors evident there.
Yeah, so your approach, Peter, is practical, because you often hear that people say, I've done the training, I've got the certificate or the diploma, I've done a lot, I know a lot of theory, but the moment they have to apply it, because there's not a consciousness to the moment perhaps or whatever, then people fail the test.
Absolutely, yeah. You have to be able to go away and apply something.
Yes, yes.
If there wasn't that switch in your mind, it's probably been a waste of time.
Yeah.
And we really try to build our programs in such a way that it's extremely interactive.
Yes.
And it's very committal in the sense that if you look at our safety mindset program, which Peter will allude to later, it's very committal. You can't step out of that room if you haven't committed to something.
I believe that as you listen to this conversation, you will hear certain themes that it reoccurs. A mindset, a consciousness. It is something that happens because you have made a definite choice to be safe in your own person, to be safe in your environment. And I think this is where the whole approach differs from other approaches. It's not just a theoretical approach, but it's something that you get a personal commitment to, and it plays out in the life of the person. So, The Angry Widow, Never Again. Peter van Rensburg, please tell us why this book, how did this book come about?
For that.
There are a number of reviews that were written and presented when this book was given to them to review and critique. And I would just like to draw the attention to one or two of these. We sometimes take life for granted, as if we will live forever, until you get that knock at the door or the phone call that will forever change your life. Yeah. And this is what this book is about. And take a responsibility. It's Wilco Ace, and he's a mining professional. And wonderful critiques. There is another one that somebody wrote. It's a Marius Meyer. He's chairperson of the SA Board for Personnel Practice, etc. He's very involved and engaged. And then he says, he refers to the 7 easy read chapters. But then he says that the mindset of ignorance, procrastination, and denial needs to be changed, and it needs to be addressed in order to embrace life's hard and painful lessons as a source of personal, business, and societal transformation. And I think this is exactly what it offers in this book. Peter, you also do courses as a team, the Peters, and some of the feedback of these courses where you've presented the material says, I will never forget this workshop. It changed my life forever. I will change my attitude to be more positive, etc., etc. I have a new perception on safety. I wish all the workers can do the course. And then there's also a person there who is in a oversee capacity at the site managers, Dirk Stein at Boschman's site of Fraser Alexander Bulk Merchandise, and he says that his whole team changed. He says, before the session I struggled a lot with them in terms of discipline and safety. I struggled with them, etc. We had many incidents. Since they returned, the majority of the problems were solved. So these are wonderful. This is a wonderful review to say, but what you are presenting is really life-changing. So in closing, where do people get the book? Let me just show it to the viewers again. The Angry Widow. You'll never forget this theme for the book, because it is it really does grip the imagination. And Never Again. Where can people obtain a copy of this book? And also, where can they make contact with you guys if they want to invite you in a consultancy situation or for whatever purpose, just to inquire about the material?
Oh, we would advise the viewers to contact us. The best is to go to our website. It's www.mychoice.co.za. That will take them to our My Choice Institute website. All our particulars is there. You can order the book online through Amazon.com and Smashwords. The hard copies are also available from us, from the authors. from the institute. Yeah.
And the contact numbers would be there as well if you want to be, if people want to
Everything.
invite you. And I would seriously want to really, on account also of what Peter has said with his extensive mining experience, that this is something that people, that every person, a safety officer, etc., everybody within that line of thinking needs to consider and make use of.
Yes.
Peter van Rensburg, yes, my brother.
I would just like to take the opportunity also to thank our sponsors, Catapult, for sponsoring the book.
Yes.
Also, thank you very much, Peter, for being here. He's very modest. He was general manager of a gold mine for many, many years.
Yes.
So he's got a lot of experience. We also learn from him every day when we engage. Thank you.
Peter van Rensburg, thank you so much. Peter van Wijngaard, I thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And Peter Ott, I thank you. Till the next time, everything of the best.